Hi, I'm Onisa Klein here at GBTA Broadcast Studio at 2021 Convention. It's great to be here. We're right on the Expo Hall floor. Lots of folks here networking, getting back together, and it's just great to be back together in person. And here with me today is Frank Passanante, Senior Vice President for Hilton Worldwide Sales, America Hilton. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you, Manisa. Good to be here.
And it's great to have you. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's really exciting to be back live in person, like you said.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what do you see for the future of business travel? What do you see in that crystal ball?
So the crystal ball says really optimistic.
Good.
To start, without a doubt. I think now, more than ever before, it's undeniable that travel is simply an unstoppable force. It is a catalyst for people to connect meaningfully. Listen, we hear all the time, we believe that customers want to meet, they want to travel, they want to experience new cultures, and they do that through travel. It's part of the human experience.
It is.
For sure.
And our global economy, right?
Without a doubt. Now, well, listen, when we look at business travel, there's no doubt, and everyone can see it and read about it, that leisure has led the recovery. But the myth that business travel wasn't happening is simply not true. Business travel was happening. Small business, medium businesses never went away. They had to travel.
Interesting.
To get business done, they had to travel. And more, we are now seeing some of our more traditional business customers return to travel. We reported earnings a couple weeks ago now, and our chief executive shared his thoughts about where business travel was. And right now, based on our Q3, our quarter three numbers, which were materially improved from Q2, we're back to about 75% of our pre-pandemic travel levels. So all positive, and we expect to see that continue as we move through the fall and into next year.
That is excellent news, and the optimism is so needed and just so welcome to hear that. So,
absolutely.
So how is Hilton evolving to meet the changing travelers' needs?
So we are, listen, the pandemic really reinforced our customer-centric approach. And what I mean by that is, it's our job to listen loudly to our customers, to hear what they need, and then create customized solutions, products, services, and offerings to make sure that we can fulfill their needs. We're a 100-plus-year-old company.
Wow.
It has been our business to track trends, intimately track trends of what our customers need and want. But what I can say for sure is that the last 20 months through this pandemic, we have learned that the pandemic has changed far more than just travel.
Yes.
Pandemic has changed people. It's changed me, it's changed you, it's changed everybody. What we care about, what we prioritize, what we do, our daily routines. So we went out, and actually 2 weeks ago now, we launched or debuted a global report. That's the 2022 Travelers Trend Report. And it is chock full of really eye-opening revelations around how the pandemic has not only changed travel, but changed people. Some really interesting things. And that has allowed us to really stay on the forefront of thinking about what we do with our product services moving forward. So we've really leaned into understanding. The global report is really a great read. It's 42 pages long, and it's chock full of really interesting behavioral and travel trends.
So how do people access that information?
So they go to newsroom.hilton.com, and the report is available for anyone to view.
For anyone. Excellent. That's
Absolutely.
a great resource to know about.
It is.
So what are the expected focuses on trends in business travel? I'm sure it's some of the highlights from this report that you think we might be seeing as we head into 2022. Can you share some of the highlights from the report?
And it's a perfect segue, yes. I mean, there were some really interesting things that jump off the page, especially as it relates to business travel. The first one is, amid the chaos of the pandemic, people craved convenience and efficiencies.
Yes.
And that's not going to go away. And they're going to look for those same things in their travel experiences: efficiency, convenience. You think about something specifically that Hilton has done. We've led the way relative to contactless services, checking in online, digital key, things like that. But customers are really looking to further incorporate things that are easy like that into their lives and into their travel experiences. So now, contactless check-in, digital key, contactless payments,
Right.
So you can just tap your credit cards on your mobile devices and things of that nature. We're going to see more and more of that moving forward.
Excellent.
Some additional things. Wellness and health has expanded well beyond just the gym or the spa in a hotel.
Interesting.
Customers and guests really have thought about, as we've gone through these last 20 months, how they recenter their entire lives from a holistic, health-centric approach. And they're looking for us to make sure that when they travel on the road, that they're able to maintain those new routines. So that affects us in the way that we design hotels. It affects us relative to the offerings we have traditionally, like fitness centers, but also in our food and beverage offerings, and many other aspects of the holistic wellness experience. So health and wellness well beyond the gym and spa. And the third one that just comes to mind is people have really embraced a more caring attitude and a renewed passion for a healthy planet. We have long talked about sustainability, but we have never seen guests and travelers say that they will make choices based on being able to demonstrate and adhere to the things that they are incorporating into their own lives around creating sustainable and a healthy planet. So those are just three top line trends, but again, the report really does highlight many other really interesting thoughts.
Right, those are all great, and the silver lining from the pandemic, right? Positive things that have come out as a result, right? That will continue, as you said.
That's exactly correct.
Oh my gosh, well that's great. I'm gonna have to check out that report, Frank. So in closing, is there anything that you'd like to say? Obviously, you've got a lot of corporate buyers here. You have a lot of fellow suppliers,
Absolutely.
a lot of travelers here. Any closing remarks about Hilton that you'd like to share with this audience?
So I'll close with this. Travel is unstoppable. It is core to the human experience. That's what we passionately love and believe in. And at Hilton, we have 6,700 hotels globally. We've got a huge footprint, and we are just so excited for the continued recovery.
That's great. Frank, thanks so much for making some time and sharing your news
bet.
with us today. We really appreciate it. And I'll be by the Hilton booth to come by and say hello and to say hi to your team and check everything out there. And I wish you all the best for a very good convention here at GBTA. Thank you.
Thank you, Monisa.
I'm Monisa Klein here at GBTA Broadcast Studio.